This is a major problem, and most people are missing the point. All right, guys. So apparently in Dearborn, Michigan, there were two patches being released, or rather, one new patch for the police department out there. I think it was Dearborn Heights. And the police force out there redesigned a patch and made one in English and one in Arabic. Now, there's a huge problem with that. But before I get into the huge problem, also know that the Arabic patch was rescinded. So they're not going with it for now. They introduce something like this, guys. Normally, when they introduce it, if there's a lot of pushback, that means at some point in time, they're going to reintroduce it, and then people are probably going to side with it. Now, I think a lot of the police force and the union had a problem with this, as well as probably some people in Dearborn. But being that Dearborn is not a large population of Arabs now, they probably thought it was okay. It is never okay to put anyone's police patch in any other language than English. Period. There is no version in this country or in this world where that is okay. The problem is somebody thought it was okay for them to design it. They thought it wasn't going to be a problem, and it wound up being a problem, and now it's rescinded. So, of course, guys, if that police force is predominantly Arab, they're going to come out with this patch sooner or later. Now, again, I don't care how many of them are on the police force. It's still in the United States, and it should never be in that language, ever. If there is 100% Arabs, it still should not be in any other language than English. And of course, that should be a state thing as well. It shouldn't just be a local thing. It should be a state thing because it has to do with reading and acknowledging that that is not the language of the neighborhood. Right? So, again, English is, not the other language. So, of course, guys, where the issue becomes a bigger problem is that you're being overrun by a group of people that are now trying to change things to their liking, to their fitting. Now, instead of staying where they were or in their country, they're coming here and trying to change our country to their bullshit. That's ultimately what's happening. And the fact that they're starting to make subtle changes like that, it's only going to get worse. And once you drop an idea like that, there are other ideas that they're probably working with or going to run with that is going to pass or might meet resistance. Either way, they're going to see how much resistance they're going to meet, and some things are going to pass and some things are not going to. But this is a bad sign. Once they start throwing shit like that out there, it's bad. There are a number of areas in the United States right now being overrun by certain groups. And certain people are fighting back. Certain people are not. Some people are seeming to think it's okay. The problem is that most of America doesn't know this is going on because we're being distracted with bullshit. We're worried about the lady in the whole baseball incident. Who gives a fuck? That wasn't a major problem. Yes, the father handled it. He gave the ball to her, she ran and she scurried away. Big to do. Going after this lady is a huge problem I have, and I'm going to do a video on that because it's a giant problem. Anyway, we got other issues going on that we should be focusing on, and we got other issues we shouldn't be. This group of people taking over different spots of the country is a major issue, and it needs to be addressed. But it's not, because there are certain politicians that side with them because they're getting money from these people. They're getting money from this group. This group is giving them money to stay quiet. Now, we all know the group I'm talking about. It's this Arab group that has millions, if not billions of dollars, and they start giving away to politicians to make sure that their people are covered. Okay, look the other way. And now, look where we are. And again, there's another spot in Dallas I just found out about today. And then one of my subscribers confirmed it. I think he said Northeast Dallas. There's another area in the United States that's being overrun by these people. People don't get it. There is a movement going on. There's a takeover happening. And instead of focusing on the takeover, we're focusing on dumb shit. We're focusing on a couple that's cheating. We're focusing on a lady who took a baseball. We're focusing on whether or not President Trump's going to release a file that we're never going to get, the Epstein file. We're focusing on all the wrong shit. We should be focusing on the takeover first and foremost, because they are going to steamroll over a lot of cities and towns in the United States if we don't do something about it now. We got to start heading it off now. If we have to fight, then we fight, but something has to happen. We cannot allow this country to be taken over, because they are doing it all over the world. If you look at England, if you look at France, Paris, Sweden, certain parts of Poland was doing it, and Poland did something and reversed everything. So now a lot of those people are leaving there. Even Japan is having a problem right now. China squared their problem away immediately, but they're popping up in different areas. Russia's not even having it either. Russia defended against it, but other areas with open arms are accepting them, and now they're running into major problems, and now they're trying to figure out how they can pull back. One way to pull back is to corral them, send them about their way. And if you have to corral them by force, so be it. But something needs to be done, or we're going to be steamrolled, and you're not going to like what happens next. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.